When someone's in a bad car wreck, they don't know what to do. Well, let's go through that process right now on Attorney 911 podcast. When someone gets in a car collision, they don't know what to do. Their world's thrown into a traumatic situation. They have kids, they have family, now they've got a broken down car. They are discombobulated. So what are they supposed to do? Well, the first thing you got to do is call the police so you can document what happened. You need to tell the police, I was at the corner of Voss and Westheimer. That red sports car came through the red light and hit me. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm injured. Make sure you tell them whether or not you're injured, because what happens a lot of times in cases is the person is so shaken up, they don't realize whether or not they're hurt. But if it's a hard enough impact, most likely you are going to have some sort of injuries or soreness. So in an abundance of caution, if you've been jostled around in the car, say, yes, I may be hurt, whether you know it or not. Second thing you're going to do is document the damages. You want to take pictures of your car, take pictures of the other person's car, get a picture of their driver's license, get a picture of their insurance. If they ask for yours, give them yours. Let them take a picture of yours. Next thing you want to do is, write down the names and numbers of any witnesses. If someone stops and says, hey, I saw what happened to you, make sure you get their name and number. A lot of times the police just don't get that information. They may put in the report that there was a witness and this is what they saw, but it's super, super important to get that witness's name and phone number, because sometimes the person that caused the collision will tell their insurance company, no, it wasn't my fault. And then there's a dispute, and if you have a witness, that really helps. So those three things at first. And second, part of that is once you've left the scene of the collision and you've done all those things, if you are injured, you need to go to an urgent care or an emergency room or your PCP. Go to a doctor and get that documented. What's hurting? Your neck, your back, you have a headache, you have a scratch. Your knee hit the dashboard, your elbow hit the side of the window. Sometimes people's heads hit the window, and that can cause a concussion. Concussions can last, weeks, months. I've had clients where they have post-concussion syndrome for years. So that's something that has to be documented for you to get compensated for once the insurance company's claims manager gets in touch with you and it starts processing your claim. So those are the first 3 or 4 or 5 things you should do. Next thing is follow your doctor's orders. If your doctor says, okay, I think you need an MRI, you may have a disc injury, go get the MRI. If your doctor says, I think you need 3 weeks of physical therapy for your back injury, do the physical therapy. Because what ends up happening, the reason why you need to do that is because an insurance company can come back and say, well, the doctor recommended that you do this and you didn't do it, so you must not have been hurt. So if the doctor recommends it, do it. When it comes to, I've had thousands and thousands of clients. Sometimes, they're like, well, it's taking too much time from work. I've got to survive. I've got kids. And it's like, okay, I get it. That's your life. Then you got to take care of you. Then don't do it. Or if they don't feel comfortable doing it, I'm too claustrophobic to get an MRI machine, I can't do it. It's like, okay, then you can't do it. But in general, follow the doctor's orders. And then lastly, if you don't feel like you can deal with the insurance company because they have lawyers, doctors, nurses, staff, and all these resources to fight against you and you're fighting on your own, next thing is call an attorney, have the attorney assess your case and your damages. And if they want to represent you and feel like they can get you a good deal on your compensation and do a better job than you're doing yourself, then hire yourself an attorney. If you have any other problems or questions, always reach out to Attorney911, because if we can't help you, we'll definitely find someone who can.
You just learned something new. Attorney911, the podcast, with attorney Ralph Manginello. We hope you found today's conversation insightful and helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to the show so you'll never miss an episode, and share it with family and friends who might benefit from the things we talk about. A new podcast launches every week. That means you get more legal tips, real-life cases, and expert advice. This is Attorney911, the podcast.